Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Zach and today, it's been a while, we are revisiting a series of original characters called CovenGirlz. Now CovenGirlz is my series of fashion dolls which are based off of a group of girls who all go to a school for witchcraft. And with this series I wanted to emphasize on fashion and on magic. So that's exactly what we're going to do today too. We are going to turn our attention to a new character called Penelope. If you couldn't tell, Penelope is all about sweets and candies, and I guess she would be more classified as a kitchen witch, a witch who displays her talents for spell making, potion making in the kitchen. So she's mainly showing off when she's baking or when she's just having a good old time in the kitchen. She's a little bit crazy, so I thought that would suit her personality very well. Here is where you see me cleaning up the line work for the sketches. I did the sketches in advance. I wish I filmed that part of it, but I forgot to. Whoops. But here's where you'll see mostly me adding those fine lines and just really bringing the detail back into it from the base sketch. When I had originally posted these designs, Penelope was the hardest one to do, mostly because I put so much detail into her, and I think she turned out really cool. I really love the pink, blue, and white color scheme that she has going on, and it's especially apparent in her deluxe version, the Divination Celebration outfit, which is the one that I'm sketching up right now. I thought it would be hilarious if her broom wasn't actually a broom, it was just a giant lollipop. I thought that was like really a cute, like little campy nod, and you would see that a lot throughout the series of characters. Just each one has their own little quirk and personality that shines through in their fashions and accessories. If you watched my last video on CovenGirlz, you would know that the first character's name is Shayna. And to bring you more into the story, Penelope is the first person that Shayna really meets when she goes to her school. And she's just a big ball of energy. Penelope loves to talk. She loves the sound of her own voice, but in an endearing way, I think. I equate her more to like a Maddie Hatter type vibe from Ever After High, except maybe not as like loopy. She definitely has a quirky side to her for sure, and she's very high energy, as I said before. I would say the main features of Penelope's personality is that she is very easily excitable for things that she doesn't already know about, so she loves to learn. But before that, she's very into baking and recipes and potion making, and she knows a lot about her field of study. So she's very knowledgeable, but she doesn't come off that way because she's always joking. She's always saying stuff that's so unserious, and everyone's like, girl, could you be serious for like a second? No, she's not that way. She's very an unserious person. As for her appearance, I wanted her to be different from a lot of dolls that we were seeing out on the market around this time. Between 2020 and 2023, I feel like we've been getting a lot of the same, which, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I wanted something different for these girls, for sure. And with Penelope, I wanted her to be not different in the fact that she needed to be, but I wanted her to like kind of look and feel like her personality description, which is a big ball of energy and basically a sugar high. As for her appearance, I wanted to give her some things that dolls don't normally have, which are like braces in her teeth, the Decora band-aid across the nose. I know we've seen it with Rainbow High recently, but she's very inspired by J Fashion, and I thought that would be implemented well into her style. I'm sure there will be dolls down the line that don't have that, but for the most part in my head, she pretty much always has a band-aid on her nose for some reason. I wanted to give her braces because I don't see that a whole lot either. And she's definitely the curviest out of all of the girls. So I think she's even bigger than Draculaura would be from Generation 3. I want her to have like a really bodacious appearance to her. And she accessorizes her body well. I think her fashion is so cute. Another thing that was important for me with CovenGirlz specifically is I wanted each character to be somewhat relatable, just as a general guideline. For Penelope, you can probably tell based off of her color palette coming up soon, she has been through some things in her life, and it made her who she is. And we'll definitely see that down the line. But I wanted that story to be heard because there are so many people out there who need to hear or see representation for themselves in media. So Penelope is definitely that, specifically for me, but for a lot of other people as well. She's definitely going to be a very big role model for people who don't have those voices to speak for them. As for specific, aesthetics for her fashion, just anything candy related. I already went over it, but she has like just candy all stuck to her, cotton candy trims. The colors are very cotton candy as well. Ice cream, cupcakes, you name it. Lollipops. She has everything going on. I wanted to give her a little apron just to like really set the point. The fact that she's a kitchen witch and she spends a lot of her time baking and cooking and whatever. And I just think that it adds a lot to the appearance, in the fact that now she has like stuff to interact with on her doll. So, you can take the apron on and off, it won't be attached, stuff like that. I love the spoons on the ice cream heels. I love the cupcake bag. I think it's all just so whimsical. The ice cream hat is just so ridiculous, and that's exactly what I was going for. It's also important for me for each of these dolls and each of these characters to have different hair types. Not in terms of hair fiber, I feel like all of them would be like a nylon blend, but each character would have a different hair texture, a different hair color, a different hairstyle, just stuff that we do not see very often in the doll world. For Penelope, I wanted her to have very textured, tight curls. In her basic version, she has a bob, but in this deluxe version, the hair is a lot longer, but it still has that texture to it. And with just a gigantic fluffy braid running down the side, and her bangs are cut into a V formation now. I think she's just so cool looking. I'm very excited about her specifically, and I'm glad that other people are very excited about her as well. And you see, going back to the basic version, we're carrying over a lot of the same aesthetic, we're carrying over the same color palette, and that's pretty much across the board. I feel like their style is very easily translated into their witch form, which that doesn't really exist for them. It's just the divination celebration is a special occasion, so it's just a lot more over the top than the basic version would be. But I feel like their basic versions are a good introduction to each of their characters as well. Like, I definitely get sweet girl vibes from Penelope, but you can definitely tell that she has a little bit of a manic side to her, which is exactly what I'm going for. So now that you guys have seen the main character and one of the side characters, Penelope, which one do you prefer? Which one would you pick up if they were real dolls? I feel like if they were real dolls, I'm biased, so I would love all of them, but I feel like a lot of people would love to play with a doll that looks like Penelope, because she's just so bright and whimsical, but she has a lot of character play as well, and I feel like that's what a lot of collectors and kids nowadays too are into when it comes to dolls. And that was a big component of this whole series that I wanted to get across, is that they're both fashion and story play dolls. Like, you can't go wrong. And here's where I go back and add all the fine details, like the shines of the latex. You will see me eventually go in and start doing some more line work, just adding some lighter values in there to make the line work more interesting. And yeah, these are really the finishing touches for Miss Penelope over here. She was the most fun to design, and I feel like she's a great juxtaposition from what Shayna's whole spiel was in terms of fashion and everything related to that. I think Penelope is a fun addition to the CovenGirlz, and she's definitely one of my favorites, just based on the blue and the pink itself, never mind her dazzling personality. Here is where you'll mainly see me going in and doing the very, very last minute details, like coloring in the line work to match the face value of whatever renders underneath it, and just all around, you know, making her look pretty, adding the shines to the hair, all that good stuff. And I also wanted to take my time to thank you guys. Thank you for all the new supporters who come in and leave lovely comments underneath my designs. I do read every single comment, so please feel free. I don't mind starting a conversation down in the comments about anything, really. So yeah, I need to be more active on YouTube, so I'm gonna try to be that for sure. I lost access to a lot of my design software in the past, so I'm really happy that, you know, I found my alternatives. Once I get back to that license, I probably won't need the current software that I'm using, but this dupe and this substitute is working out really well. So in the future, I'm looking to post a lot more on YouTube, whether it's fan art, whether it's fashion design, or whether it's character design like this. I just want to show off a lot more of what I got going on. I've been animating a lot more recently. I studied animation in school, so that's what I want to put out into the world for the most part. And I've been doing little CovenGirlz exercises for animation, so I want to show that for sure. And coming to a close on this video, I wanted to show Penelope's final design. I think she turned out really good. I love her basic version so much. I think the two-piece is so cute. I love the shorts. I love the bunny ears and the hair, which matches her little sidekick. I love the one-armed puff sleeve. I love the latex accoutrements. I love the socks, and I love the cupcake shoes. They're all so cute. And here is Booney, the little sidekick. She's not as much of a demon, but we still love her. And here is her final version, all covered in latex, dripping with frosting, cotton candy, hard candies, ice cream, you name it. She is all decked out in confectionery delights. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I'll subscribe back because I'm really cool like that.